Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I will show you some high boost team, the boost I'm gonna use this season. And if you want to show me your teams, I can review them and look at them tomorrow Friday. All the info on how to submit and the deadline is gonna be in the outro. You can use the timestamp later and go there if you want to. But before, let me give you a warning. You do not need high boost to get the 1k CC. Overall, just 2 Z tier is enough for the max reward. Usually 100 mil is the threshold to get 1k CC. Sometimes it's lower, well most of the time is lower, sometimes it's higher. So we try to target 100 mil plus, and 2 Z tier that you bring for the last 10 fight is usually enough. If you do not have 2 good Z tier, what you can do is 2S plus 1Z. If you do not know what are the best Z tier, it's gonna be from the route video of yesterday for season 116. There is timestamp for a different tag. And why do you bring them for the last 10 fight? Well, it's simple. As you can see on the left table from fight 1 to 14, the win streak bonus is very low. It's not really worth it risking your Z tier and lowering them in HP. So bringing them from fight 15 to 25 is more optimal, so you can get as much point as possible. Fight 1 to 14 you try to keep yourself healthy and bring your high boost at the end. Moreover, friendship is super important. It's gonna increase your stat, it's gonna make you faster, and you're gonna tank better, survive better. That's why I always recommend to have friendship. I will put the summary for friendship here. So it will increase your stat by 5%. Your opponent are gonna be slower and you're gonna have more HP and more defenses. You're gonna survive the 25 TP easier. If you are running a high boost team, I would really recommend friendship 10 on your main team, friendship 5 on your bench at least, so you can survive better. For star requirement, it's gonna be as followed on screen. You can just pause it if you want to, so don't put any low star character. I would say no one below 7 star, and before DBL 49, so before LL Cooler, no one below 9 star if possible. For equipment, it's the same as always. You can have a clash equip on everyone that gives HP and double offense, a car equip on everyone that gives HP, and the last equip is gonna depend on the type of character you have. So if you have range, you put the Goku one on the bottom right. If you have a defense type, you put the Janemba, and so on. Now let's get to the team I'm gonna use this season. It's gonna be a blast movie if you didn't notice. We do not have the Gamma because this new Trunks is a healer, the free to play, and it's super useful. He's one of the best or the best support in the game. He's really broken, and we will talk about him a little bit more in a second. But if you don't know, the gameplay video the Saturday after is gonna be the full guide using this team, and you can reproduce the same thing. I will give you some replacement, of course. Let's start with Trunks. He's a main unit, you need him, he's free to play and you can farm him right now. I would advise Friendship 10. His defenses are very low and you need him every fight, so please prioritize his friendship and go max him out. Use Let's Fight every day until the gameplay video if possible. Maybe go friendship in story if you want to. What he does is he heal allies 3% over 6 allies. It's possible to do that with his range, and it's very good at turn 3. Other than that, the most broken thing about him is he gives allies 30% key recovery and 10% special gauge. The 30% key mean your allies are gonna be so fast, they're gonna outspeed most opponents, or like all opponents to be fair, and you're gonna gain a great advantage over the enemies. The special move gauge, your allies are gonna super so often, it's gonna be ridiculous with the damage, and he can go blast base or strike base. Actually, you want him to go blast base because on attack he will debuff 10% enemy key recovery, and since he's so fast, you're gonna remove well, a lot of his key recovery, and we're gonna attack before he attacks. If it's an ultra that is fast, it's gonna be very useful, especially for your allies attacking after. His Z ability is not movies, which is annoying, but it's okay, it's just one character, and the strike attack, and you want him to go blast base, so it's not the best, but we don't use him for the Z ability overall. Now let's get to the main team. Let's start with the Z tier, and you're gonna have three of them. This team is gonna be pretty decent, so 3 Z tier is not gonna be a big risk. Overall, we're gonna have the Bardock, the Bojack, and the Cooler. I think they are the three best Z tier for our setup. But if you do not have one of them, or one of them is low star, I would give you some replacement. Some of them are free to play even. They are S tier, but it's gonna be enough for the point overall, in my opinion. The Bardock need to be at least 9 star, and you need to have at least Friendship 5. I would advise Friendship 10 because he's not very tanky, and he's an EX. Same for the Schooler, at least 9 star, Friendship 10. And for this Bojack, if you do not have all three of them at least 9 star Friendship 5 or Friendship 10, I would remove one of them because it's gonna be struggling for you and they might die, which is not gonna be very good. So the replacement, what are they? For Bardock, there is an easy replacement. Similar character, it's gonna be the Tapion. He's free to play. You can 14 star him very easy. For the blue cooler, there is another blue cooler you can use in S tier, and it's gonna be the metal one here. Same concept. He will do the same job, so you can use him as a character. And for the Bojack, it's a little bit more tricky. I would say if you do not have him, maybe use the Turles, but I do not like Turles too much because he doesn't have damage cut. Other than that, you can use either the green Frieza like here, if he's a 9 star. If you do not want to use green Frieza, you can use the Tapion and the Bardock together, or you can use, for example, let's see in S tier, maybe there is better options. Maybe Red Tapion, he's gonna be good. You can put him here like purple and Red Tapion. He's strike based, but he will be fine, I think, overall. So if you have no Bardock, you can put him here. And where's the Tapion? We can do that. And I think it's gonna be fine overall. I would advise to have the characters I had if they're at least 9 star. And I would say at least Friendship 5, but Friendship 10 really, because it's gonna struggle. If all three of them are Friendship 5, maybe use Tapion or Metal Cooler as another safety character instead of Bardock or the other cooler, depending on who is low star for you and who is not Friendship 10. This Red Tapion is a good replacement for the Yellow Bojack. Other good replacement for Yellow Bojack. Actually, this guy can be okay, but he need to be high star, 9, 10, 11 star even, and good friendship because he could struggle a little bit. And that's basically it. Let's get to Roshi now, the replacement for him. Easy switch out. If you do not have Roshi, at least 7 star, I would say. I would use Red Pan. She's an HP buffer like Roshi, and she's the only replacement for him, I would say. If you do not have Red Pan, I am not sure if you can use the team because you need the bulk from the HP buff overall. Now let's get to the greens, the two greens. For the Amond, easy pickup for him. There is two characters you can use. I would say if you have Amond 9 star, please use him as your main character. He would be really good. You need friendship a little bit for him. If he is 7 star, what you can do is switch out this cooler for the green Gogeta, and this guy is gonna Zenkai buff him, so 7 star will be fine. If you do not have Amond at all, you can use green Gogeta plus the green cooler, and they're gonna be together, or you can use green Gogeta plus the other green cooler, and he's gonna Zenkai buff him. They need to be Zenkai'd, of course. You can also use the green God Goku, and it can be an option. For this green cooler, like I said, green Super Gogeta is going to be really good for the Amond because he's a Zenkai buffer. If you do not have green Super Gogeta and you have this guy at least, well, the Amond at least 9 star, you can use the green Zenkai cooler. He will be fine. You should have the free to play cooler. He's easy to obtain overall. So like this or like this. And you should do okay in battle. As I said, the Trunks, he cannot be replaced. He's free to play. Go farm him right now. He's a really good character, and the main strategy is gonna be around him overall. So we're gonna keep the Trunks, we don't change him, and then we're gonna get to Red Frieza. I really like him. I would prefer if you can use him, but if you do not have him, I understand. You can use any good, I would say, blast based movie unit. let's look at all the characters we have in A, B, and C tier and which one can be useful. Zenkai Frieza is the best for our strategy, but if you do not have him, you can use, let's see, someone like Piccolo is gonna be okay. This red cooler can be okay. He's strike based. If you have the pan, you can Zenkai buff her, but you're gonna miss some blast attack ability, which is annoying. This purple Piccolo if he's 9 star, the Gamma if they're 9 star. You're gonna have Red Beast Gohan. I think he's gonna be fine. The problem is strike attack the ability, which is annoying like the Red Cooler. We're gonna have the Goku Piccolo, pretty decent. They just attack switch, so it's gonna be less effective if you are using a fast red because they will be reverse red the other turn, but they will be fine if they're a high star. We're gonna have this guy. He's more of a defense type, but he will be okay, and he has well, strike attack ability, which is annoying, but you can use him if you wanted to. Other options for her is gonna be this one. If you have him 9 star, he'll be good. He's a blast based character. We'll have path to power Goku. Same thing if he's 9 star. And that's basically it. Maybe I'm missing a couple, but any blast LL that released in the last couple of years, it can be useful. Or any ultra, if you have like ultra Broly, if you have like ultra Gogeta Blue at A star, they can be okay in your team. That's basically it for mine. Let's go back to the initial one, and it's gonna be like this, and we go to the next team. Same as every season, I say, Frieza Force and Eloi are really good. You can even run triple Z tier, I think, this season, and run a good team around, and they will be fine. You have this guy, at least 7 star, I would say. Pretty good character. I have him art boosted, but he still has higher defenses, and he's a cool support. He has some damage cut. When he gets low HP, he's gonna heal himself. Plus, if you have this red Frieza with him, he's gonna Zenkai buff him, so he'll be fine. Same for this guy. He has some damage cut versus Saiyans and damage cut himself, so it's gonna be good versus Saiyan teams. Plus, he's gonna have a double offense ability. Even if he's strike based, he will be useful for your blast team, and he's gonna get Zenkai buffed by this Frieza, so it's a pretty good pickup. And at the end, I've put the green Frieza here. He is okay character, he's strike based, but we just want a Z tier overall. If you do not have him, you can run this purple cooler as a Z tier, he's gonna be fine. Or you can run an S tier, you don't need to run triple Z. You can run this green cooler, and he's a good option overall. Same thing, if you do not have this blue cooler, you can use this metal cooler, and you can run him as an S tier. Just add another Z tier, and you're gonna put back the green Frieza here. Then we're gonna get to A tier. We're gonna have this full power, really good character. I always advise him, so if you have him, use him. And we're gonna have 2 healers. They're both C and V tier. You need only one of them, but if you have both, it's gonna be safety. And you have the yellow Angel Frieza who supers every match. You need to be at least 9 star, but if he's Zenkai buff 7 star can be okay overall, plus double healer. Now, if you are missing a character, what can you use? You have a lot of options. You have this full power Frieza. He can be used over a yellow Angel Frieza if you wanted to. He doesn't buff the yellow Angel Frieza with the Zenkai buff, but he can be used with the other full power Frieza and the Zenkai buff each other. You have this blue cooler, very nice character. Like if you are missing someone, you can use him. Zenkai buff green PO, so not this guy, but in battle he will be nice. This guy Zenkai buff green Aloy, if you wanted to use him, you're gonna have the Ultra Frieza. Where is he? He's gonna be here. If you wanted to use him in the team, he will be really nice. Metal cooler, if he's at least 7 star, he can be used. The red third form Frieza with the Zenkai Frieza. You're gonna have also who here? The first form Frieza, very nice character. And that's how it goes with Frieza Force. If you have any doubts for a character, let me know in the comment and I will let you know which one is better. Dragon Ball, as always, we have it every season, so I'm gonna go quickly over it. 2Z tier, you have the Roshi and the Tambourine. Tambourine is a healer himself. He needs to be at least 7 star, Roshi at least 9 star. Very good character for an EX, 30% damage cut, so he will survive pretty well. Then you're gonna have all the S tiers here. We're gonna have the yellow Roshi as an HP buffer, 23rd World Tournament Goku, the Piccolo Jr. and the Jackie Chun. If you are missing one, you can remove him. I will show you all the replacement in a second. And then we're gonna go here to B tier. We have the Blue Bulma and the launch. They're really important. Blue Bulma is the support and then kind of the blue Roshi in the bench, which is the EX. And this launch is gonna work super well with the Piccolo Jr. Sorry, because she's Zenkai buff him, give a 45% blast attack the ability, and she's a menace. Like the ability says here, she debuff all the enemies. She can stun her supers. Really nice character. I used both Bulma and the launch last season on a girls team. You can watch it if you want to. For replacement, if you do not have Jackie Chun, there is a good character you can use directly here, which is the Blue Bulma. You can use the Path to Power if you are missing anyone. Even the Z tier, you don't really need Z tiers because you have so many S. So if you are missing the Tambourine, you can use Path to Power Goku. The Chi-Chi is a really good option if you want to use other instead, sorry, of the 23rd War Tournament Goku, but he's a healer, so um, I wouldn't do that if you have him in your team. You also have this Yamcha, good Z ability. You have the Piccolo Daimao, which is a really nice character. Double defense ability. He's blast base, he debuffs. So that's how you customize your team. My only advice is you must have at least one of Tambourine, 23rd War Tournament Goku, or the Jackie Chun, because they are healers and they will sustain your team. So if you do not have one of them, I wouldn't really run the team. Even two if possible, but one should be okay if your team is high star enough and you have this Roshi as an HP buffer. That's basically it for DB. You can customize as you like with all the character I mentioned. If you are really wanting to use DB and missing one character, you can use the LLDKP or the yellow Goku. They're strike based, but they can be used in the team. It's not going to be a big issue on strike character. Same with the Yamcha or Chi-Chi, same concept overall. I wouldn't advise this guy too much because you have the Blue Bulmas that are much better as blue characters. Same for Tao. I wouldn't advise him. Now let's get to the next team. Union App has like two really good Z tier, which is gonna be the Topo and Dispo, so I would advise both of them. If you are having 3 Z tier like on screen, I would advise one of Topo or Dispo to be 9 star and the other 7 star, and then you can use the third Z tier. I would advise the most this guy. He has a good blast attack Z abilities, and he's purple. Also, you're gonna have the red Dispo. I don't like him as much as the purple guy, because his defense is a little bit lower if I remember well. Yeah, this guy is higher, but he's art boosted. Oh, of course, he has damage cut, I forgot that. And the purple dog is gonna tank much better than the red Dispo, so I would advise him if you have him 9 star, but if you do not, you can use the red Dispo. Then after that, you're gonna have Kaba in S tier. Very nice character. I use him in many showcases. I really like the character. He's gonna carry your team with debuffs. He's gonna HP buff the greens and Universe 6. Well, we don't have any Universe 6, but if you add one of them, it's gonna HP buff them. You're gonna also have in A tier the EX Scale. If you want to risk it and use EX Scale instead of the Green Angel Frieza, you can. She's a decent healer, gets Zenkai buff by the 18, especially if you have 18, and they can work together. And you're gonna have an extra A tier. Then we're gonna get to the remaining characters. I've put Jiren because he's a good blast character who can stun. He has a blast attack Z ability. But any good blast attack Z ability, LL or recent character you have is gonna work. Like LL Evo Vegeta, if he's at least 7 star, you can work with him. Although Jiren is gonna be better because he's a Zenkai if they are both 7 stars. But it can be an option. If you do not have Kaba, I would advise Red Bergamo. And in that case, if you use Red Bergamo, this is going to be better than the Purple Dog because it's going to get Zenkai buffed. Other options you can use is the Gotopo instead of the Green Dispo, or you can use both the Green Dispo and the Gotopo because if you use Kale, you don't have Green Angel Frieza anymore and you don't have that many greens, so it's going to be fine in my opinion. And you can use him with the Kaba, triple green, and they will be fine. Another great green you can use is the Evocan, which is a tag switch unit, so they're not gonna struggle too much. And I chose 18 as the last character because she can go blast base or strike base. Remember to change her to blast. She has equal stat. Super good kid. Zenkai buff the care if you use her, and she will be a nice character overall. Other than that, if you don't want to use Blue Kale as a healer, you can use Green Angel Frieza, and you can also use the Blue 17. He gets Zenkai buffed by the 18, and they will work very well together. Finally, if you do not have any character, you can just use the purple free-to-play Jiren. He's strike based, but he works in your team fine. You can use him over 17 or the 18 or even the other purple Jiren, and you should be okay. If you want me to look over your team, you can submit it on the Discord or Twitter, and I will look over it. Or let me know your options in the comment. I will let you know if they are good enough. And let's get to the next team. Regen, not that high boost, but I was asked to make a Regen team today, so might as well make it toward the end. We're gonna have the baby, which is the healer. As always, he's the must run if you want to run Regen. For Z tiers, I would advise this Boo. He's gonna get Zenkai buffed by the Boo tanks. He's gonna give base strike attack and base strike defense and blast defense, sorry, for blue and purple, and that's 50%. So it's going to be really good in terms of the abilities. And you have 4 that are blue and purple. And this Piccolo, very nice character as a Z. He gets 15% damage cut that he can stack, but it's cancelable. So be careful with him. I would advise to use him with the healer, which is the Piccolo here. And not the healer, the Zenkai buffer, which is the Piccolo here. And they can be used together. What I usually do if I use Baby and the EX Piccolo is I put EX Piccolo next to him. EX Piccolo is gonna heal like the Piccolo Junior and the green Piccolo in the bottom, and the baby is gonna heal on his left and right, and only one character is not getting healed. You're still gonna do very well. So if for someone drop HP, you put them in one of the 4 corners. Of course, you can switch your team around and put it like that. Baby is gonna heal on his left and right, but Piccolo is gonna heal only one. It just depends on your team and what's gonna happen. I would advise Boo tanks in your team. Very good character. He's super turn 1. For S tier, you're gonna have Piccolo Jr. and the green Zenkai Piccolo. I would run both if possible. If you do not have one of them, you can remove it. Like for example, you do not have the Piccolo Jr., you can remove him. And you can use other character. You have so many for Regen. For example, you're gonna have the baby Trunks here. You get Zenkai buffed by the green Piccolo and have double green. You're gonna have this green DKP, very good free to play overall. You can use him in your team. Let's see, other than that, in the A tier, I think it's the 2 main one I would use as an A tier character. You have the yellow cell, but I'm not a big fan. He doesn't have the Z ability. And then after that, you have the blue Zamasu, but you already have triple blue. You can have the Goku Piccolo if they're high star. You can have the red 21, of course, if you have her in your box. You can have green 21. And the replacement apply also for the yellow Piccolo if you do not have him. For the Boo tanks, if you do not have him, it's the same thing. If you have the yellow Piccolo, you can change to blast, don't forget that. Same here if you do not have this purple Piccolo. I would really advise to use a purple though, because you have triple blue and you need the purple to counter the green enemies. You can even use double purple if you wanted to, like this purple cell and purple Piccolo, the other purple cell with the other purple cell, or the 2 purple cells, sorry. And you can do so many stuff with Regen. Just be consistent, have blast attack Z abilities, have character that buff Regen. For example, don't use the Zamasu, he doesn't have a blast attack Z ability, he doesn't buff Regen, which means your Piccolos are not getting buffed. Especially this guy, he's gonna be struggling a lot without Z abilities. You're gonna have double defense Z ability that can be useful, like this baby. You're gonna have this Omega, very nice, and that's how it goes. I would advise at least one purple. I would advise yellow Piccolo if you have him to Zenkai buff the EX, because he's gonna be very useful. I would also advise the Boo tanks because he can Zenkai buff the EX Fat Boo, and the others they can be as you want to. Like if you want to use 21 and Piccolo, you can. You can use another purple with the cell, for example the purple Piccolo. You can use the green Trunks, and it should be fine. They're all blast based. Remember to change everyone to blast. And that's all for Regen. Last team is gonna be Saiyan Saga. Not a lot of options, so I've put it at the end if someone wants to use it. If you have the Mega Rising Yamcha, super nice character, he's a mini healer. If you do not have Yamcha but have Goku, you can use him instead. Both work really well. You can even use both if you want to. Instead of Piccolo here, you can put Yamcha and Goku, and they will be fine. If you do not have both of them, you can still use the team. You still have two other Z tier. The Yajirobe is a pretty nice Z tier. He has 25% damage cut and he has an HP Z ability. And this guy has some damage cut too, which is nice. Not much in terms of damage, but he will survive well. And overall, it's a mixed blast and strike team. It's not really blast, it's not really strike, but with the Zenkai buff, you still output some damage. If you do not have the 2 Mega Rising, what I would advise is use recent characters if possible. Like if you have the Snappa, you can use him. Pretty good. He need to be at least 7 star. I would say the 2 Mega Rising at least 7. Nappa same. And the Zenkais need to be Z7. You can also use the Piccolo. I wouldn't advise the green Vegeta because you already have 2 greens. But if you do not want to use this Piccolo as a green, for example, you can use him here as an option. You also can use the Kaioken or the what is name, the Tien if you wanted to. They can work, but Kaioken is more strike based. And that's all the options for Saiyan Saga. Just make sure you have enough stars. I would say no more than 2 characters that are 7 star. No one should be below 7, and the free to play should be maxed. I would say the 2Z, which is the Yajirobe and the Gohan, need to be at least 9 star. If you have the blue Yamcha, 7 can be okay if he's one of the 2. Same for the Mega Rising Yellow Goku. And that's basically it. Just remember, this weekend is gonna be the full guide video. The week after is gonna be the gameplay video with the team I showed you earlier. And tomorrow is gonna be the team review. The submission deadline is gonna be 11 hours after reset. You can submit on Discord or Twitter. On Twitter there is the post that I will directly link. And Discord there is a team submission channel or a team review channel. You go to season 116, you put it there. Please do it before the deadline so I can record it Friday night and upload it that same day. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, let me know in the comment. Have a good one and goodbye.